Today, we're going to be talking about how to make friends when traveling solo. Because if you're anything like me, you probably love traveling to new places, but sometimes you don't have friends in those places to adventure with. I'm Kev, a photographer who spent the past few years traveling in a camper van. I've gotten really good at traveling by myself, but something that took me a little while to get the hang of is striking up conversations with strangers and making friends in completely new places. So here are a few tips and tricks for ways to make friends while traveling alone. Learn the local cuisine. One of the most effective ways to break the ice and connect with locals is by learning about and trying the local cuisine. Knowing a few of the most popular and unique foods in a new place can show respect and interest in different cultures, making locals more inclined to engage with you. For example, during one of my solo trips to Baltimore, Maryland, I decided to try their famous crab cakes. I ended up at a quaint dive bar that had them on the menu. To my surprise, I was the only customer there, which led to a fantastic conversation with the owner of the bar that lasted for hours. She shared stories about the bar, including one about Rosa Parks being a customer there. By the end of our conversation, she actually handed me a napkin with a list of recommended places in the city to visit. This simple act of trying a local dish opened up the door to one of my most favorite memories in Baltimore, Maryland. Take part in group activities. During one of my solo trips to Savannah, Georgia, I decided to join a haunted walking tour. The city is famous for ghost stories and historic charm, and I was intrigued to learn more. The tour started as a casual stroll through the city's historic streets, led by a charismatic guide who shared captivating stories about Savannah's haunted past. As the night progressed, I found myself striking up conversations with other people on the tour, and we laughed together as we listened to the different guides' tales. This haunted tour ended up at a bar that actually had a karaoke bar as well. I always loved music, but I never really considered myself much of a singer. However, the support and atmosphere, encouragement from my new friends inspired me to give it a try. I chose a song, took the mic, and stepped on stage. The adrenaline rush of performing in front of an audience was exhilarating. As I sang, I could feel the support from the group, and their cheers just boosted my confidence. It was a moment of spontaneity and fun that I would have never experienced on my own. This simple decision to join a group activity not only enriched my trip, but also led me to one of my most unforgettable experiences in Savannah, Georgia. So, whenever you're traveling solo, consider taking part in group activities. You never know where they might lead you. If you're traveling to a new city and looking for things to do, I recommend the sites TripAdvisor, Viator, and Get Your Guide. I put links to those sites in the description of this video, and basically these sites are a search engine where you can find really cool activities to do in a new city. Go to the local gym. Gyms offer a fantastic opportunity to meet others who share a passion for fitness. I used to go to the gym 6 to 7 times a week, sometimes twice a day. Over time, I became a familiar face, and the staff and I became friends. One of the highlights was when they actually let me press the famous Planet Fitness button, setting off the gym's alarm, a fun experience that I wouldn't have had without those friendly connections. Stay positive and flexible. Life can be unpredictable, but maintaining a positive and flexible attitude can turn potential setbacks into opportunities for connection. This mindset can help you embrace the unexpected, turning what initially might seem like disappointments into unique and memorable experiences. For instance, I had bought concert tickets for the stadium tour featuring Motley Crue, Def Leppard, and Poison. However, the COVID-19 pandemic led to the cancellation of the tour, which was a big letdown. Yet, over a year later, when I was solo traveling in Seattle, Washington, I heard on the radio that the tour was back on and happening in the city. Without hesitation, I bought a ticket and went to the concert by myself. That evening turned out to be one of the highlights of my trip to Washington. Not only did I get to enjoy live music from some of my favorite bands, but I also met some really cool people at the concert. We bonded over our shared love for music and excitement of finally seeing the bands perform after such a long wait. What could have been a sad situation with the initial cancellation and my solo attendance transformed into a fun and memorable experience. This was all because I remained open and making the most of the situation. By being adaptable and staying positive, I was able to turn a potential disappointment into a fantastic adventure that I will always remember fondly. Embrace the local scene. Another great way to meet people while solo traveling is to fully immerse yourself in the local scene. Attend community events, explore local markets, or spend time in shared spaces of your accommodation. When I lived alone in an apartment complex, I made it a habit to visit the complex's jacuzzi every night. Each visit turned into a fun event where I met many residents who, like me, just came to unwind after a long day. We started a group chat and even dubbed ourselves the Cuisine Gang. Those spontaneous gatherings transformed what could have been a solitary experience into a communal one, filled with laughter and friendship. If you're enjoying these tips so far, please remember to like this video and subscribe for more travel advice. Use social media and apps. In this digital age, social media and travel apps can be invaluable for making connections. Platforms like Meetup, Reddit, or even Instagram are fantastic for finding like-minded travelers or locals. Before heading to a new city, I often use these platforms to scout out really cool locations, like hiking locations that I want to check out. This proactive approach has allowed me to participate in many enjoyable activities and meet wonderful people. Be open and approachable. Your attitude and body language can make a big difference in how easily you can make friends. Smiling, making eye contact, and being open to conversations are small gestures that can lead to meaningful interactions. Don't hesitate to start a conversation. Simple hello, comment about the surroundings, or even a question about a local landmark can open up a whole new world of connections. Share your story. Sharing your travel stories, experiences, and the motivations behind your journey can be a great way to connect with others. People are naturally curious, and your story might resonate with someone, leading to a meaningful connection. I found that many of my conversations have started with a simple story about my travels, which has inspired others to share their stories and created a bond over a shared passion for exploration. Stay in social accommodations. The type of accommodation you choose can greatly impact your social experience. Hostels, guest houses, or even some social apartment complexes are designed for interaction. During my travels, I found that staying in these types of places makes it easy to meet fellow travelers, follow up, and stay connected. After meeting new friends, it's essential to stay in touch. Exchange contact information or even connect on social media or LinkedIn. These connections can lead to future travel plans or even job opportunities. If you've been hesitant about traveling alone, I hope this video inspires you to take the leap and discover the joy of solo travel. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification for more travel insights and tips. And let me know in the comments, what is your favorite part about making friends while traveling alone? Until next time, happy travels. Catch you later.